Hello, ladies. This is Sisters on Love, Life, and Keeping It Real. This is Stephanie and Tanya. I am a self-love coach and relationship expert, and my sister Tanya and I are both number one best-selling authors. I'm going to announce the book again because I just love it. It's Misadventure's Guide to Ultimate Empowerment for Women. Harness your power and thrive in every area of your life. We're very excited about this book. We did hit number one in 5 best-selling categories. I'm
Yes.
sure we've mentioned that before, but it's coming up right now. So I'm
Yeah.
mentioning it again because it's such a big
It's awesome.
achievement, right? And accomplishment. And to be in a book together is just makes my heart so warm and fuzzy. But anyway,
Yep.
enough about us. How are you doing, Tanya? And what are we sharing today?
Yes. How are you doing, ladies? Get comfortable, get your favorite drink, and let's get right into it. Um, sorry, ladies. Get the topic. Does he focus on the negative and sabotage the positive? So let's just jump right into that.
Yeah. So it's so easy for us as women, right? To
Mhm.
look at ourselves in a mirror and to focus on something negative. I think it's easy for a lot of people to do that. When it's occurring in your relationship, that's a whole nother can of worms, right? Um, to be in a relationship with somebody that it feels like they're constantly sabotaging the happiness of your relationship can be very exhausting. To look
Mhm.
at something, none of us are perfect. We all come with baggage, flaws, whatever you want to call it. Nobody comes in perfect. I don't care how you display yourself. There's no such thing as a perfect person or a perfect relationship. It's about accepting that person for who they are. But
Right.
when that person that you're with is constantly focusing on the negative things that you say or do, that
Mhm.
you feel like you're walking in eggshells in the relationship, that's not a healthy place to be. I'm not saying that there
Right.
shouldn't be constructive feedback given. I've noticed in my experiences with dating men and, you know, giving advice and coaching, men have a
Mhm.
hard time taking feedback. Most men do, not all, most men do, where you can tell them 5 amazing things about them and you tell them
Mhm.
that one thing that upsets you, they will
Mhm.
focus and just drill on that one thing. And it
Mhm.
becomes oh, because you always do this or never do that or whatever. It's like, I didn't say never always. Those are not words I
Oh
said,
yeah, those extreme words
right?
that
Because those
carry it
extreme words, what do
to
they
so
do?
heavy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they take it really like, yeah, you're always, I mean, always is a big, you never. I mean, that's pretty heavy, right? So, yeah, I agree. And it's not even that it's always a negative thing you're bringing, it's that they turn it into a negative situation, instead of being able to freely be open communication. Because if you can't address an issue, if you can't say, hey, this bothered me, this affected me, and here's why, it's not me saying you're wrong, right? You did something wrong. I think it's people feel like you're telling me, and I'm in the principal's office, or it's controlling. You're my mom, and I'm not, I'm being disciplined. And it's like you need to look at it more as it's open communication with a relationship. If I can't address something, which means I'm addressing you because you're the person that did some type of action, right? You didn't do me wrong, or however you're putting it in your head, but you did an action that affected me in a negative way. And if I can't positively express that to you without it being turned to, like you said, and always you're nagging, you're this, it's, you know, making it so much more extreme than what the actual issue was, it's being addressed, then it does become a bigger problem. And it is focusing on that negative. You're taking it as a negative item.
Exactly. And you said it, you hit it right on the nose because if you think about it, if somebody is always doing something or somebody's never doing something, right? Why would you be with that
Why are you with them?
person?
Right,
Right?
right. What
Why,
are
why
you
are you with
doing
them?
with that
Because
person?
if I'm always doing something or I'm never doing something, I would hope my partner would
Mm-hmm.
be like, bye, right?
Yeah,
Or vice
yeah, I'm out of
versa.
here.
If I thought that they were always doing something or never doing something, why would I be with
Mm-hmm.
that person as well? Those are extreme words to be using towards somebody. And ladies, my biggest advice is instead of turning around and thinking it's you, you need to turn around and say, okay, why do you feel this way about me? Because if this isn't
Mm-hmm.
always, then why are you with me? Because I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be with somebody because you saying that makes you the victim, like I'm the abuser. So if that's the case, then why are you with me? Because,
Mm-hmm.
like that's not really showing there's love there to that full lasting extent. It
Right,
shows that it's a
right.
temporary relationship, that that you just might be a passerby, right? Until they find somebody that's a less always or or a never in the relationship. So that's something to evaluate and reevaluate, honestly, if that's going on in your relationship where somebody is looking at the negative constantly and not coming back and saying, oh my gosh, this person is amazing. Because when we focus on the positive, all that energy that somebody can put out there focusing on the negative, imagine if they turned it around and focused on the positive, you would have an amazing relationship. You know, I don't do that with with you, Tanya. I mean, I give blessings and gratitude for all the amazing qualities that you bring into my life, because if I focus on one negative thing you might have said to me 5 years ago, right? Like our relationship wouldn't be as strong as it is. It's the same thing with, friends, right? Most of us, we don't focus on the negative with our friends, not the friends that are meant to be in our life for the long haul. We focus on the positive things because we have that grace that should be given. We're not God. We're not here to judge anybody, but yet we sometimes choose partners that want to judge us. And then we stay in that relationship and it doesn't grow in a healthy way.
Right. Yeah. And it's really just shutting down your feelings, in something that happens if anytime you talk, it's a negative. Anytime you address something, it's a negative, because addressing things don't feel good, but neither did your action that brought us here, that I have to address the issue, and vice versa. If you had to come to me and say, hey, look, man, this didn't feel good, or I don't like that, what you did, it can go both ways, but you have to be open to your partner coming to you with something, and consider the source is what I always say. If you have someone that sits at home and makes up some crazy stuff in their head every day when you walk in the door from work, and none of it happened, but they are on a mission to sabotage in a weird way, and they're super insecure and they got a whole bunch of stuff, then don't be with that person, right? If you're with a female that she's just miserable as hell at home all the time, and I get that, she comes home, because there are women like that, right? You come in and we do that, and the man's like, what the hell? You coming up with all kind of stuff, but you did a whole bunch of digging throughout the day, and you're always on one. You're chasing them down when they go outside. They saw your car drive down so they can't go nowhere private, right? Because you're following them and you're watching them and you're doing stuff. Yes, I get that. Then don't be with that person. But consider the source that's coming to you. If you have a loving partner that really doesn't make drama, really doesn't just make up stuff, really doesn't come to you about a whole lot, then keep it real. When they come to you with something, then they must be coming because it's important. And then be willing to hear that and be willing to accept that, versus take it as, I'm bad, I'm wrong. All the 20 things you think you did good just went out the door, because that's not the point, right? We didn't knock we saw all the 20 things you've been doing over the past 6 months to really have grown and really, better yourself for us. But so don't take all that away or be like, this is just person is always nagging, because you just can't accept the criticism or accept what they're addressing.
Because here's the thing, feedback is growth. And that's the biggest thing, ladies. You should always be able to express how you feel. That other person that maybe you talk to first. We've had this discussion before. Maybe it's a sister, maybe it's best friend, or both, before you then talk to your partner if you need to, so that it comes out in a more constructive way. But if that feedback's not being taken in and the negatives are coming out more, then just listen to your heart space, listen to your mind, and decide for yourself if this is really somebody that you want to be with, and if it can be a lasting relationship. Because a lot of times those are red flags that it can't be. So thank you for listening to us today. We love, again, all of you for supporting us on our podcast, and for listening and leaving any comments or suggestions of topics that you want for us.
Yeah, bring it. Let us know what you want to talk about. And just remember, ladies, that every successful woman had at least one strong woman behind her, encouraging you to do your best and to strive to be your best. And that's what we're trying to do here today. It's really about lifting each other up instead of tearing each other down. So until next time, ladies, bye.
Bye.